Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in a previous class, we have already discussed about the one shorting algorithm, which is bubble short, and we have already done the program of bubble short. So today we discuss another shorting program, which is insertion short. So it is obviously, as its name is suggest, that it is also a shorting algorithm. So we have some random elements and we have to sort those elements in ascending order using insertion sort. So now first we see that how the insertion sort procedure take place. Just take an example of random values and check how the comparison is done and how all the elements are arranged in a ascending order. So there is also a concept for executing a loop same as bubble short, because the same theory is that if I have n number of elements, then we need for our outer loop that n minus 1 number of times my outer loop is executed, because it is very obvious that if 7 elements is arranged according to our requirement, then the 8th element is arranged automatically. Whatever its position, whatever its index number, whatever it is, it will automatically arranged in our list. So we have to execute our outer loop for n minus 1 number of times. So it is same as bubble short. So we have to execute a loop for our outer part and we have to arrange 7 number of elements for shorting 8 number of total elements. So if 7 elements are shorted using the logic, then the 8th number of elements is automatically shorted according to our requirement. So just take an example of random values and check how the insertion sort take place. কিভাবে insertion shortটা হয়, কেন নাম insertion sort? Just give me one more time. See, this is a simple example of insertion sort. So first we understand how all these initial random datas are sorted in a ascending order. So first of all we discuss about that, then we write a program according to our logic. Okay, see, there is a total n number of elements, and here in this example n is equal to 8. It is clear? N is equal to 8 and there is a n number of 8 elements. Total 8 elements is there. All are arranged in a randomly. So it is obvious that all the elements, we have to store all these 8 elements in a single dimensional array, which is ARR. So all the elements ARR 0 placed in a ARR 0 to ARR 7, because we know that our array indexing starting from 0 and ending with n minus 1. So n is 8, lower index is 0, upper index is 7. So these 44, 77, 22, 88, 33, all these random values in your ARR. Now you have to apply the logic of insertion sort and make all these values arranged in a ascending order. See, all the values are arranged in a ascending order. Now, what is a procedure? Why it is called insertion sort? Suppose assuming that I am taking one by one element at a time. We know that all the elements in our array. So executing a for loop, we can first put all those elements, all the n number of elements into our array, which is ARR. We know that. But assuming that you are taking one by one. So in case of bubble sort, the difference is you are compared. So there also you have an outer loop as well as an inner loop, because you have a pass number as well as the comparison number. Here is also a outer loop and you have to execute a inner loop also. But what is a basic difference? Now in bubble sort, actually you are doing the comparison at a time. You can compare one item, two adjacent element at a time. When inner loop is executed, one comparison done. In case of bubble sort, I am not talking about insertion sort. In case of bubble sort, when we execute the inner loop, we are actually compare the adjacent element at a time. What is the meaning of that? Meaning that we check that A0 is greater than A1. A0 is greater than A1. Then swapping is done. Next time, A1 is greater than A2. No. Then no swapping. Something like that. But in case of insertion sort, we assume that we take one by one element from lower index to upper index. One by one element from lower index to upper index and compare all the elements at a time. How the comparison take place? See, as you see in this example, in ARR0, we have 44. So, in case of one element, there is no requirement for any comparison. Suppose we assume that in my array, there is only one element. So, this is my own one and only element. So, there is no option for any comparison because I have only one element. Now, move on to the next part. Suppose again 77 is entered into the array, which is ARR. Suppose now I am entering 77 or I am entering 77. I am insert 77 into the ARR. I am insert 77 to the ARR. What is the meaning of that? Meaning that, so after insertion a new element, now we have to write our logic in that way that whatever the element already in your array, the comparison between that element and the insertion element means your new element. What is the meaning of that? Suppose as this example 44 is already in a ARR0. It means that I am insert 44 before. So before that my array is empty. So now I am inserting one element at a time. So now 44, first time 44 is insert. So in case of one element, there is no option for any comparison. Fine, no comparison is take place. So in first iteration number, only 44 is there. In first iteration number, only 44 is there. So there is no comparison. Move on to the second iteration. In second iteration, we have already insert 77 in our array. So now we have in our array that 44 and 77. Now we have to write our logic that 44 is greater than 77. No? If no, then it is already in a ascending order. Means whatever the element After inserting 77, so between 44 and 77, 44 is placed in a lower index and 77 is placed automatically in a upper index. So 44 is less than 77. So no swapping is required in that, particularly 44 and 77. Now move on to the third iteration, where I am going to insert 22, because as the third element we have 22. So in third iteration, the comparison between 44, 77 and 22. Not only 44 and 77, not only 77 and 22. So all these three elements are compared with each other, 44, 77 and 22. Now first comparison is A1 and A2. So first comparison between 22 and 77. Obviously 22 is less than 77. So first it will interchange the position of 22 and 77. This part is not written here, but in your program this part is totally write down in your logic algorithm as well as in your program also. So first comparison in between 77 and 22. See, after inserting 22, we have to first compare 22 and 77. Yes, obviously 22 is less than 77. That's why swapping is done in between these two. 22 move on to this place and 77 goes down to this place. But in a same case, in a same iteration number, 22 is compared with the 44 also. Means first comparison between 2 and 1, I am talking about the index number, and next compared it between 1 and 0. So in that particular case, when comparison takes place between 1 and 0, 22 is already there. 22 is already there because I am already swapping these two values, because ARR2 is greater than ARR1. So ARR2 is greater than ARR1. For that reason, 22 must be in a second position of my array. Again, my loop is executed for the comparison. For the comparison with the ARR0. So when ARR1 compared to the ARR0, then ARR1 consists 22, not 77. So now the comparison between ARR1 and ARR0 means 22 and 44. Obviously 22 is less than 44. So 22 is less than 44. So again the comparison takes place. So 22 move on to the lowest index of your array, and 44 move on to your next index array. So after two swapping, this is the ultimate result of your array. What I am saying, after inserting 22, the comparison first take place between 22 and 77. 22 and 77. So 22 and 77 interchange each other, interchange the position each other. Now 22 is here and 77 is here. Again, comparison between 1 and 0. 22 is there and 44 is there. 22 is less than 44. So obviously 22 move on to this place. So after this total two comparison, we get this output 22, 44, 77. The remaining part of the array is same as before. Remaining part of your array is same as before. Whatever the remaining part, all are same. Now move on to the next iteration where I'm inserting 88. See, 88 is greater than 77. So no swapping is done. If 88 greater than 44, no swapping done. And 88 greater than 22, so no swapping done. All the remaining part are same. All the remaining part are same. Now move on to the next iteration where 33 is there. 33. See, 33 is there. So 33 first compared with the 88. So 33 move on to this place, 88 this place. Again 33 here. So 33 compared with the 77. Again less than. So now 33 here and 77 here. Again 33 compared with the 44. Again less than. So 33 here. Sorry, 33 here, 44 there. Now this is a final 22, 33, 44, 77, 88. Rest part is same. Next element 66. 66 is less than 88. So swapping is done. So 66 is now here and 88 here. 66 again less than 77. So 66 here and 77 here. Done. But 66 is greater than 44, greater than 33 and greater than 22. So no swapping done in this portion. So 66 is placed here and 88 is here. Next is 11. Obviously we see that 11 is a smallest element of my array. Again the comparison in a same way means first compare 11 to 88, less than, swapping done. 1177 less than, swapping done. So till when less than less than 22, so it will basically 11 is here and all the elements are increased by number 1 index number, nothing else. So 88 in this place and 11 move on to the lower index of your array. And last but not the least, which is 55. So 55 is automatically according to our requirement placed in a, so 55 greater than, less than 88. So 55 here, less than 77, 55 here, less than 66, 55 here. So now there is a 55 and 66, 77 and 88 is there because all other these values are less than 55. So no swapping is done. So this is the procedure for doing the insertion sort. So why it is called insertion sort? Because after inserting a new element, you are actually doing the comparison. In case of only one element, which is 44, no comparison done. So I'm not doing any comparison in that part, but I'm doing comparison in all the other elements. That's why. So 44, only one element in my array, so no comparison is required. So after inserting 77, so I'm going to compare 44 and 77. Again, after inserting 22, we are going to compare 22 to 77 and 22 to 44. So all these three elements compared. So after inserting 88, all these four elements compared or something like that. So after inserting a new element, you are actually compared your elements, new elements with your existing elements and arranged in a ascending order using some swapping logic. So that's why this is called insertion sort, nothing else. So now I'm just writing the program, very easy program, nothing serious. So just try in your machine or write down in your copy. So similarly, we have n number of elements. So this is same. that we have to declare n for n number of elements. We have declared our array. Suppose I am declaring here 10 number of elements. After that, we declared our outer loop variable. I am taking that one as I, and we execute some inner loop for doing those comparison. So I am taking j and taking temp for swapping the value of two variables using a third variable. That's why I am taking temp, same as bubble sort. So first of all, we have to enter the n. So for that reason, the total number of array, number of elements of array, total number of elements of your array. Next, we have to scanf this line because this is user input. So ampersand n. Fine. Now next we are going to insert one by one whatever our elements is. Say printf enter the elements, and in that particular case we are working with an array. That's why we execute a loop for I equals to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus, and scanf %d, comma, ampersand arri. So we are taking all the values from our array. Maybe you taken 5 elements or 10 elements, whatever you want. So after inserting all the elements, now we have to write our sorting logic. Now, as we say that we have to execute a outer loop for the iteration number, and we have to execute an inner loop for the comparison. So both are required. So first of all, we write here the outer loop. So just I'm writing that one first, then I will explain why I'm writing 1, why I'm not writing 0. Because as we know that array indexing always starting from 0. So in that case, why I'm not writing 0, why I'm writing 1. I'm telling you that one. Now, after writing, so we know that we have to execute for, we have to arrange, if we have n number of elements, so we have to arrange 7 number of elements. The 8th elements is automatically arranged, whatever the order is. Okay. So for that reason, our outer loop is executed for 7 times. So when we start our I is equal to 0, it will continue up to 6. Because 0 to 6, total 7 times our outer loop is executed. But here, according to our problem statement, according to our requirement, we are taking here I equals to 1. Why? I'm telling you that one. So 1 to n minus 1, it is also 7 times. Because I have n is equal to 8. So my loop is executed for 1 to n minus 1, because there is a is equal to sign here. Please be noted that there is a is equal to sign. So my loop is executed 1 to 7, means 7 times. Am I clear? Now next, move on to the inner part. So we have to compare the existing element as well as the new element, whatever we insert at a time. So in case of 44, there is only one element, so no comparison required. But when we insert 77 in a second time, the insertion between, the comparison between the existing element, which is 44, and the new insert element, which is 77. Comparison is there, required or not required, that is another thing. But comparison is there. But according to the comparison, 44 is less than 77. That's why no swapping is there. But comparison is there. 44 and 77 both are compared with each other. But by default, 44 is less than 77. That's why no swapping is done. Okay, so we have to write our logic in that way that whatever our existing element in our array, compare this element with the new insert element every time. And after inserting new element, this element compared with the all the existing element of my array. Am I right? After inserting 77, we have only 44. So that's why there is only one comparison, 44 between 44 and 77. But after inserting 22, 22 compared with the 77, whatever largest and smallest, I am not talking about that. But 22 compared with the 44 also. So after inserting 22, there is a two comparison. Why? Because we have two elements existed already in my array. So one comparison with 77, another comparison with 44. Both are already exist in my array, 44 and 77. So after 22, there is another element, insert another element. So after inserting that element, all these three existing elements are compared with that new element, something like that. So we have to compare all the existing element with the new insert element at a time, each and every time. So in that way, we have to write our inner loop. So I'm going to write here while j greater than 0 and double ampersand. Why I'm writing? I'm explaining all those things. J minus 1 greater than ARRJ. If so, then temp is equal to ARRJ. ARRJ is equal to ARRJ minus 1 and ARRJ minus 1 is equal to temp. And last thing, J minus minus. Why I am writing in that way? Now consider the same, consider the same example. So firstly, in our array, we have all these elements. Now when assuming that I am inserting one by one. So first time there is only 44. So now comparison is there. Okay. Next, my loop is executed for the first time. Okay, I is equal to 1, I less than is equal to n minus 1, I plus plus. It is fine. So now j greater than 0, there is one more line, I missed it. So right here, j equals to I. Okay. Now see, I equals to 1. My loop is executed for the very first time. So now I am in iteration 1. I am in iteration 1. Okay. What is j value? In that place, I initialize with 1. Is it okay? So if I am writing here j is equal to I, then obviously j is equal to 1 also. No problem. Because if I is equal to 1 and j is equal to I, then j is equal to 1. Fine. After that, now move on to this place. J greater than 0. What is j value? 1. So 1 is greater than 0. So this part is true. We know that if both the condition is not true, then compiler doesn't enter into that part. Because I'm writing here two condition with double ampersand. So if this part is true and this part is true, then compiler enter into this part. If one of them is false, then compiler doesn't enter into that part. So now j value is 1. So 1 is greater than 0. It is a true condition. Now what is this part? ARR, sorry, j minus 1. ARR j minus 1. What is the meaning of that? First time my loop is executed, ARR j minus 1. What is the meaning of that? What is j value? 1. So 1 minus 1, what is the value? 0. So ARR 0 is greater than ARR 1. ARR 0 is greater than ARR 1. Because j value is 1, we know that because j is initialized with I value is 1. This line in between this for loop. So j is initialized with I first. So now the j value is 1. So 1 is greater than 0. This is a true condition. Again, ARR j minus 1 means 1 minus 1, 0. So ultimately this is ARR 0 is greater than ARR j. See our example, ARR 0 is greater than ARR 1. So which value is in ARR 0? 44. Which value is ARR 1? 77. So 44 is not greater than ARR 1. 44 is not greater than 77. So according to the iteration number 1, this part is false. This part is false. So compiler doesn't enter into that part. Compiler doesn't enter into that part. Am I clear or not? Compiler doesn't enter into that part because both of these condition, one condition is false. Because ARR 0, according to my insertion, whatever the index there, whatever the value there, if I am taking the previous example, so according to the index number, 44 is not greater than 77. So this is a false condition. For 44 and 77, it's not like that ki সব সময় এটা false হবে. In case of 44 and 77, we are already discussed that as 44 is less than 77, then there is no comparison take place. So we have to write this thing in our programming logic also, in our programming code also. So if ARR 0 is not greater than ARR 1, then there is no comparison is happening. So compiler doesn't enter into that part. So it will just move on to the second iteration where I is incremented by 2 because I plus plus is there. So now for the second time my loop is executed where I is equal to 2. So if I is equal to 2, again compiler execute this line and initialize j with I. So again j value is 2 also, because whatever the I value is, j value is according to that, because I am writing j is equal to I. So in a second time when loop is executed, I value is incremented by 1. So now the I value is 2. So j value is also 2. So j value is 2. Now move on to the while part. Again, 2 is greater than 0. Obviously, 2 is greater than 0. That's why this is a true condition. Move on to this place. What is a j value? 2. So 2 minus 1. What is that? ARR 1. Because 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So ARR 1 is greater than ARR 2. Obviously, because see, as our example says, ARR 2 position এ কে বসে আছে? 22. See, ARR 2 position এ কে বসে আছে? 22. So obviously ARR 1 is greater than ARR 2. ARR 1 is greater than ARR 2. Means my condition is true. So we know that if both the condition is true, then compiler enter into the body. So now temp এর মধ্যে কি স্টোর হবে? ARRJ. What is ARRJ? temp এর মধ্যে স্টোর হবে ARR2 এর ভ্যালু। ARR2 এর ভ্যালু। Now what is the ARR2 value? 22. We know that in between temp the compiler stored the value of ARRJ. What is the J value? 2. So ARR2, according to our condition, in between ARR2 there is a 22. So 22 is now stored in between the temp. Again, whatever the value of ARRJ minus 1 means ARR1, there is a 77. So 77 now move on to the ARR2. So now in between ARR2 there is a 77, and whatever the value of temp, it will move on to the ARRJ minus 1. Means now in between ARR1 there is a 22. So total swapping is done. See, before swapping, just see the example. Before swapping, ARR1 hold 77 and ARR2 hold 22. After swapping, ARR1 hold 22 and ARR2 hold 77. So basically, we are doing the swapping using a third variable, which is temp. It is done. Now, what is next? What is next? J minus minus. So if J value is 2, starting J value in this loop, starting J value is 2. Now there is a J minus minus. So this loop is executed until one condition is false. Otherwise, the while loop is continued. We know that. What is the syntax of while loop? We know that. So until or unless one of the condition is false, while loop is executed. So now while loop is executed for the second time. This while loop is executed for j equals to 2. Now there is a j minus minus. Again, So J is executed for J is equal to 1 also. Because see, when I'm entering 22, there is a 2 comparison. 22 with 77 and 22 is 44 also. Because when 22 insert into the array, there is already 2 elements in your array. What I am telling you, whatever the insert after new element, whatever the elements you have in your array already, comparison is happen for all those elements with the new elements. So according to that logic, we have already compared 22 and 77. Now there is a one more existing element in our array, which is 44. So now comparison in between 44 and 22. Again, this total thing is happening for 22 and 44. But remember that the index number is totally changed because now J is not 2. J is minus minus. So now the second time my loop is executed. Why? Because the second comparison. Because the second comparison. For that case, J value is decremented by 1. So first time when loop is executed, J value is 2 for the first comparison. But for the second comparison, now J value is 1. So if I am taking in that way, that J value is 1 now. Here, when the loop is executed, I am writing here, J value is 1 now. Because first time J is executed, there is a 2. Now J minus minus, again 1. Because কেন করব? For the second comparison, as well as while loop ততক্ষণ চলবে যতক্ষণ না one of them is false. We know that while loop is continued until or unless the condition of while loop is false. Otherwise, it will repeat it more than one time. So we have to stop the while loop for writing some closing condition or false condition. But till now, there is no false condition here. For the first time, both the condition is true. That's why compiler enter into that part. Now J minus minus, again one more time, loop is executed for the second comparison. So where J value is 1, J value is 1. So 1 greater than 0, no problem. This is a true. Now move on to this place. Again, 1 minus 1. So ARR 0. This place is 0 and this place is 1. So ARR 0 obviously greater than ARR 1 because after swapping, after previous swapping, ARR 1 এ কে বসে আছে? 22. And according to your example, ARR 0 তে কে বসে আছে? 44. So it is very obvious that 44 is greater than 22. 44 is greater than 22. That's why this condition is also true. Compiler enter into that part and swapping is done between 0 and 1 position. Swapping is done between 0 and 1 position. Forget about position number 2. This is already done. So ARR 277 already বসে গেছে. We are not talking about that. Now we are bothered about 22 and 44 because 22 is a second position and 44 is a first position. But we know that 22 is less than 44. So we have to swapping this position. We place 22 in the first position of the array, means the lower index of the array. And 44 is the next index of the array. So ARR 0 is greater than ARR 1. Obviously, 44 is greater than 22. That's why swapping is done. And 22 move on to the ARR 0th place. After swapping, I'm not writing this one again. and ARR1, in between ARR1, 44 is there. So 22, 44, 77. So after inserting 3 number of elements, all are arranged in an ascending order. Because firstly there is a 44, secondly there is a 77, and thirdly there is a 22. So according to our index ascending order, we know that if we arrange those elements in an ascending order, the output is 22, 44, 77. See, using this logic, you will automatically get 22, 44, and 77 as well. So this is a main logic. This is a main logic. I'm talking about after inserting 22. So same thing is happening for 88, 33, 66, whatever the element is there. Because after inserting 88, 3 comparison is there. So my J loop is executed for 3 times. It is very obvious. Obey. Comparison hobe ki hobe na sheta porer byapar. Swapping hobe ki hobe na. But J loop is executed for the 3 times. Similarly, after inserting 33, J loop is executed for the 4 times according to our requirement. After inserting 66, J loop is executed for the 5 times. But what I'm saying, while loop is stopped that moment when one of the condition is false. See, in case of 88, no comparison is there, because according to our example, 88 in between 44, 77, after that this part is arranged. I am taking this one. So 22, 44, 77, all are arranged. Now next inserting element is 88. So see, in between these, there is no comparison, because all the time the condition is false. Why? Because 88 is already the largest among those. So কোনো একটা জায়গায় গিয়ে কন্ডিশনটা ফলস হয়ে যাবে বারবার, কোনো কম্পারিজনই হবে না, because 88 already in a highest position according to these 4 elements. So this is our logic for insertion sort. So why it is insertion sort? Because after inserting a new element, we have to compare all the existing element with the new elements. That's why this is called insertion sort. And we have to execute one more thing. Why I am not taking here 0? Why I am taking here 1? If you taking here 0 as 0 greater than 0, it's not possible. One thing, 0, because I am initializing j with I. So if I am writing here I equals to 0, j value is 0. So 0 greater than 0, I am not writing that one, because this is a false thing. So for every time the loop is false. One more thing, if I am writing 0 here, the position is 0 minus 1. So there is no existing of any negative number in the array indexing. There is no existence. So if I am taking, forget about that part. If I am taking 0 and I am writing here 0 minus 1, so basically this would be ARR minus 1. So in our array, there is no existence of negative number as an index number. So that's why we are not taking here I is equal to 0. We are taking here I equals to 1 and loop executed till is equal to n minus 1, nothing else. In case of 0, we write here less than n minus 1. If we write 1, then there is a only at the is equal to sign, because 1 to 7, total 7 time my outer loop is executed, and this is for the comparison, the elements, new and inserting elements with the existing elements, nothing else. So according to this condition, the swapping is take place. If one of them is false, then compiler doesn't enter into that part. So after that, we just print the sorted array. So the sorted array is simply I am copy that one and printf okay. So I'm just run this one. Where suppose I am taking here 4 as example, I am taking in that way. So first 44, then 77, then 22, then 88. See, 22, 44, 77, 88. All are arranged in a ascending order. Am I clear? Everyone? Any problem with the procedure or any problem with the program? If you have, then please ask. Do you have any problem with the program procedure or any program in any line? Do you feel that problem?
Ma'am, please can you repeat the last line, please?
Which one?
The last line, ma'am, that you have told everyone. The last one.
Last one. Which one? Just I don't understand. Which one? Okay, just you just thoroughly go through the class. I'm just uploading the link. Okay, in your Google Classroom. If there is any problem, then ask me to the next class. Okay, because we don't have enough time because you have a SSR class from 3:05 or 3:10. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So tomorrow at 9 a.m. and Akanksha, please send me today's attendance. Okay. Okay, so the next class tomorrow 9 a.m. Okay. Bye.
Good night, ma'am.